Welcome to the Game Academy. I'm Mark, and this is
Reed.
And today we're going to show you this town ain't big enough for the
2 to 4 of us.
Okay, so this is a game from Tasty Minstrel, who I do like an awful lot. And the game itself is one of their micro games that you could purchase for $3, I think, was the minimum suggested amount. And it's by Sen Foong Lim and Jay Cormier. And the game takes maybe 15 minutes. Depends on if you get analysis paralysis, but anyway, we're going to show you what it looks like straight out of the package. Here it is. This town ain't big enough for the 2 or 4 of us. This is the, I guess, unboxing or the envelope opening. Yes, open it. Go ahead and open it up. Show him what's in there. He's going to pull it out.
I don't even know what's in here.
Now, I got 2 copies of this.
Yes, you did.
And the reason for that is because the game comes with tiles. And they said if you buy multiple sets, you can make the game a little bit longer. You know, however you like. You know, the other day when I was playing with my boys, they're like, well, we'd like this game to be a little bit longer even. And I told them, well, I got another one. So, you know, it was hard to pass it up. And so here's, you get these 2 sheets, and then there's another sheet with some more expansion shits, a little plastic bag. All fits rather nicely in here. Now, that's the fitting it back in. It gets a little bit of a bulge unless you even everything out just perfect. Boy, I can't show you what's in there, but anyway, the instructions just whoosh, fold out like that. The basic instructions are pretty simple. The expansion tiles or expansions add a little bit more flavor to the game if you like. We're going to show you today how to play the base game, and then I'll kind of delve in a little bit into the expansion and kind of tell you how that works. Alright, welcome back. And here we have the starting setup. Here's we got your stack of tiles, your claims office there in the middle, and we got our scoring little track here. Very small, and then you got your little scoring markers. On one side it'll say plus 20 if you ever score that high, which we haven't yet. But go ahead, Reed.
And my dad is yellow and I'm green.
Yep, so yellow and green. Anyway, we're going to put the scoring track off to the side because there's nothing too exciting you have to see. It's a scoring track. It's alright for what it is.
And this is going to get really big, so.
Theoretically, it's going to get really big. Now, let me take a closer look here at this tile. So here you can see we've got our different brands on there. I've got yellow, green, and then there's neutral players, blue and red. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to build these fields or enclosed areas, pastures, whatever you want to call it, these lands. We're going to stake our claim. Whoever has the most there is going to score points according to whoever has the second most. So let's say I have 3 brands there, and Reed has 2 brands, and the next player has 1. So what would happen is I would score 2 points because Reed had 2. Reed would score 1 point because the next person had 1, and the next guy just doesn't score anything. So that's kind of how that works. So let's take a look here. Reed is going to draw a tile, and he's going to place it. Now he's green, remember, so...
You forgot to mention one thing.
How is he going to play it? Yes.
The gold.
Or silver.
Gold.
Silver. Silver, if you complete a tile or a fenced-in area that has silver, you can relocate one other tile that does not have a finished area connected to it, basically. So it allows you to kind of reposition things, which can be nice depending on the point in the game you're at. Early on, not very useful. Alright, so let me take a look here. Let's see what we've got. I gotta zoom in. Okay, so I like this one because it keeps me ahead and it's gonna give me a point at least. So let's see here. I'm gonna put that, yeah, I don't want anybody else cutting in on my hornswoggling, so I'm gonna angle it this way.
My turn?
Yeah, hornswoggling. He's a pro wrestler.
Yep. So.
Well, if Reed could do this, but the problem is he would score how many points?
1 point.
No. 0 points. Because there's no second place. There's got to be at least another person in there. So, all right, now we can score. So, if you look, Reed has, well, let's point these out. We've got 1, 2 green, so he has most because the other ones just have 1. So Reed would score 1 point because he scores the next lowest number there.
And then I have a gold, so I am gonna move this.
Oh, man! Now this town ain't big enough for the 2 to 4 of us. Whoops! I just threw a pen. My bad.
Okay, I am gonna place that right there, so none of us get any point.
Well, that was rude. All right, whatever.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's see what I got here. That doesn't even have my stinking symbol on it.
Does it have mine?
No, it doesn't have yours either. Which means, swing high, swing low, sweet chariot, come afford to carry me home. We're just going to finish off this little area. Nobody scores because they're neutral players. Whoops, I didn't zoom in for that. Or focus, sorry.
And this is not anything special. It's
just like me.
For the artist.
We'll zoom out a little bit here, and Reed's turn.
Well, I always get the good tiles, so.
Oh, that one's got yellow on it.
Who cares?
I do, obviously.
You want your thing there.
Oh, we're tied, and we're tied with blue there. So, and this is basically the game in a nutshell. You just keep doing this, and we've shown you the basic mechanics of it. This is a very simple game if you start it like this. But let me see here. All right, and this is what final game looks like here. The final scoring was I scored 8 points and Reed scored 6 points. So not a lot of scoring in this one. I've never had it be a ton of points. You can get quite a few points, and I think maybe the expansions would add to that. So let me go over the expansions one at a time here. The first one, there's 3 different ones, and the first one we want to cover is the one called We Don't Need No Stinking Badges. So basically, everybody would get a badge, and what you can do is with any expansion tokens, the rules are the same, basically. You can place one of your tiles or one of your expansion tokens after you've done all the scoring and everything on your turn. Then once you've done that, you can place these. So the rules for this sheriff token, let's say I'm the sheriff here, I'm going to place my sheriff token or my stinking badge. What I can do is I can place it on top of another badge or another brand out there. And all this does is it covers it, removing it completely from play. Then when you score a completed corral, the badge token removes that from underneath it for any scoring equations, so it doesn't adjust the score or anything. It makes it just completely disappear. Now this doesn't add to your amount though. You're just getting somebody off your ranch. You're giving them the boot, basically. Get off my stinking ranch, is what you're saying. Our next expansion is hired guns. So everybody gets their token for hired guns. And these hired guns are pretty nifty. What they do, once again, after you've done your scoring, you've placed your tile, you've done all your scoring, then you can place this. And it always has to be on an unfinished corral. All these do is they basically add another one of your brands to that corral. So it's going to increase the scoring on it as opposed to the stinking badge, which subtracted from the overall scoring. But this one can give you that extra push you need. Then once that area scores, all those come back. So you can see right now those expansions might help you get your scores a little bit higher up. All right, and finally we have the Miner 49er expansion. What we have here is everybody gets one of these tokens once again. Same rules of placement apply, unfinished. Now here's the thing with this. When you place it, once again, it goes on one of those tiles that has an open corral. And now you score 1 point immediately. Well, that sounds fantastic in a game where there's few points in between. Now the next thing you have to keep in mind is when that is closed, something else is going to happen. If there's a silver bar in there and there's only that miner, you get to, whoever controls that miner is the person who gets to relocate the tile. Instead of usually the relocation action goes to the person who closed in that area. So normally if I did this, I would get to relocate another tile that's... You cannot place a miner on a corral where there's another miner. Miners tend not to mine where other people are mining. Go figure, huh? However, it is possible that they get connected in between, kind of like in Carcassonne, where farms can get connected together, or cities get connected together, even though you can't place your guys in the same city. The cities can get placed together, though, due to those tiles and the way everything works out. In that case, what happens is, in player order, they will get to relocate a tile each if there's silver bars in there. The player closing a corral with multiple miners in it collects all those. So if somehow I close this, I would get to take these 2 tokens, and now I've got your miners. However, when it comes back, whoever the owner is gets, you know, whatever. But this basically gives you another point in a way. And you can put them on ones that may never get completed. It doesn't matter. The things to remember, they say, are that only 1 token out of all those, if you play with all the expansions, or any one expansion, only 1 token of any type can be played on each turn. The badges, higher guns, and miners must be placed into unfinished corrals. And when a tile is relocated, another thing to keep in mind is any tokens on that tile go along for the ride. Keep them in the same corral in which they were placed. Don't mix that up or anything. So there you have it. Those are the expansions. Overall, the game's an okay game. It's a micro game. What do you expect out of it? You probably don't expect a ton. It's fun, it's quick, it's a good filler while you're waiting for other games to finish up. And that's what I like about this, and that's why I got this one. Something that's quick, simple. I can use it when somebody says, oh, we got 15 minutes left. I'm like, okay, this is the perfect type of game for that. If you like Carcassonne, but you want a quicker version, this will do it for you. This game has just a small footprint. You can take it with you in an envelope-sized container. You know, it's real portable. Nothing not to like about this game. It does well what it means to do well. And that's all that there is to it. Simple game. Add on some layers. At least with these 2 expansions. The minor expansion you can probably do without, but the other 2 really add a lot to it. But those are my thoughts on it. Good game. You know, I can't say any more about it. If Tasty Minstrel sells this on their website, order it, order it, order it. It's a good game. Jay Cormier and Sen Fung... Oh my goodness, I'm killing his name right now. But anyway, those guys, they did a great job. Sen Foong Lim, great job on this game. Thank you very much. This is the Game Academy. I'm Mark, and I'm signing off.